Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle, and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
And we are back. Thank you, YouTube user, for your double shot donation. We got Bartman, thank you for yours. GK and Vanessa, thank you for all of yours. Abigail, welcome. How you doing? Renee and we had somebody else that joined. Abigail, Renee, and who was the first person to join? They said hi. And why are they showing up anymore? I don't know. They kind of went away. I don't know. They're way up top in the chat. Liz girl, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, let's start off the night with the YouTube user with a, I think, double shot, triple shot, one of those shots. Did A block my number? He's being so weird. A is unpredictable. A is always unpredictable. Did they block our number? Let's find out. Philippe, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. We got to find out at this point. We do. Strength, welcome. So we need to find out if A blocked us at this point. Did they block it? We're being really weird. Added us, then blocked us, and added us, and blocked us again. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. So we need to kind of figure this out at this point. I say that, the Hermit and Judgment, they're in that point where I think they're just messing with you. I mean, I'll be honest, they are just messing with you at right now. Something's weird is going on. Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation, they want to get back together. They have that feeling of, yeah, I want to get back together. I want to get this things going. I want to get to, to where it's sort of interesting and fun and where I want to be with the Judgment cards. I think they just want to sort of engage you at this point. But the Hermit says they're just messing with you. There is a little bit of mind games being played here. The Hermit. I want to reach out. I want to be there, and I want to kind of, moderate this connection. But at the same time, I don't want to go all in, because if I go all in, now I'm committed. Now I have to do something. Now I have to take action. I don't think that works for them. It just doesn't work for them as well. Temperance card. You got all majors here. I think they're just playing with you at this point. The Temperance card. They're moving liquid from place to place. They're trying to get a balance here. They're trying to get out of sort of where they're at and into another place. It feels like they're just messing with you at this point. I'm just saying, I don't think they blocked your number. I don't think they did. But I think they are being weird indeed. They're not responding, and yet they add you to the friends, and they do all of that stuff. So it feels like that something is going on, and it is odd, to say the least. Spiraling Monk, what is going on? Good to see you. Got a question below about A with the double shot tonight. Every time I remove A from Snapchat, I get a friend request back, but then he doesn't respond to me. Is he what is this a tech issue? What is going on? Is it Snapchat being weird? Is A desperately trying to reach out at this point? Are they desperately trying to reach out? And Snapchat's doing something weird. Let's find out what the real reason behind this is, because that is strange indeed. You're removing them, they're adding themselves back. You're removing them, they're adding themselves back. The Lover says they do want to get back with you. I don't think that this is a technical issue at all. I think Snapchat's working just great, quite frankly. I think that they have other means of contacting you. They know how to contact you. Bottom line, if it's not Snapchat, they know other ways to get in contact with you. So if they really were interested, if they really wanted to reach out and try this, they would try all the avenues. They would not stop at one little thing. Micah, welcome. How you doing? They're just giving out hints right now, and yet they're still unavailable. They're just still unavailable. Overall, they get over this. They stop playing the games, and I think they want to get back together. The Lover's card. Said they were coming back in March, and here they come. And here they come indeed. The Lover's card says they will be coming back in March, and that is going to be something that's very important to you. It's very important indeed. So I think they're coming around. You just got to see, some people don't know I'm streaming, apparently. I mean, I'm streaming, by the way. I'm streaming. People that are texting me, I'm streaming. Speaking of people texting you, I'm streaming, and I just don't have the time to answer whatever it is you just sent. Power of the P coming in with the double shot. That is powerful indeed. What is going on? Bartman, what's going to happen when I get on the Biddy Tarot Community Forum and I say, hello, I'm Bartman, and here I am? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that one? That's what I'm saying. What are they going to do? Are they ready for Bartman? Are they prepared? Or are they not prepared? Are they going to be like, oh my, Bartman, you're the best thing that's ever come about? Are they going to be like, Bartman, who are you? We need to find this out. We need to do this indeed. Some people are not going to like you. We got the Three of Swords straight out of the box. Straight out of the box. It's just all of a sudden, there it is. I mean, just there it is. Straight out of the box, the Three of... There's some people that are just not going to like your style. And you know what? Who cares about those people? Because you're Bartman. You just have your own unique style. You have your own way of looking at things. You have your own way of having fun. You sort of get in there and you just do what you do. And that is sort of you. You can't hold back your personality. You can't hold back who you really are. Ain't nobody got time for that. So you are going to join, and there are going to be some people that just don't like you. Just don't like you. Maybe they don't like Bart. I don't know. Maybe they're not a Simpsons fan. Who knows? Who knows? But they just don't like you at all. There are some people that really do like you, though. Now, I would say for the majority, when you do come in, I think you have some fun opportunities. I think you have some people that you're going to meet and you're going to have fun with. You're going to enjoy. You're going to be hanging out with them. You're going to be messaging them off there. You're going to be adding them to your Instagram and your Snapchat and all these other things. So I think you do that, right? Hanged man, there are some people in there that really sort of like your opinions and like where you're coming from and all of that other stuff. I think the one main component, though, is going in there. There are some people that have a lot of good stuff to say, a lot of interesting perspectives on tarot that you've never heard before, that you enjoy, that you're like, ooh, that is really good. I like your approach and I like that, right? You do have that perspective, and I think you're going to have a lot of learning, a lot of development in there. Although you do have some differing opinions from some people that may cause them not to like you. Who cares? At the end of the day, it's all about getting in there, finding things, reading, and sort of getting up to speed for some of the unique perspectives from there. Because I think you have some people that are doing this professionally, and, they're in there putting out their own kind of thing. And you'll learn quite a bit. I think you'll learn a lot from there. Overall, I think that is what's going to happen when you get in there and just make your appearance known. Make your appearance known and say, hello, I'm here, and let's go. Let's party with it. Power of the P with the triple shot. You're on the list, Power of the P. Fear not. But right now, it is GK, who is coming towards me in love. Who is coming towards me in love? What kind of things can we get going on with the love balloons? By the way, the Tarot Tower is back. The Tarot Tower has the Tarot Tower. If you're new here, this is 80 decks of cards. It is called the Tarot Tower. See, I can just reach in and immediately get a deck of cards. I don't have to take it out of the box. No wear and tear on the box. No wear and tear on anything. I just grab it and take it and read with it instantly. So that is where that is from. If you're new here, you got to like that. That is not on the Biddy Tarot Community Forum. I can tell you that for sure. Nobody has a Tarot Tower because I invented it. Link in the description if you want to build your own. Because I know you do. I know you're like, ooh, I like that. If you've never been here before, that's one of the main attractions to the channel, along with all the sound effects and all the animations and all that good stuff. Because we do have floating hearts. We got money falling from the sky. We got love balloons. We got party balloons. We got everything over here. But GK right now wants to know what is coming for us in love. What is coming? What is pending? What is going on in love? And you have The Hierophant into the Nine of Wands. I mean, this is a troubled time for you. GK, I think the bottom line, this is a troubled time in your present. I think there are things that are coming around that you're like, what's going on? Like, how is this even happening? What is going on? I think there's some mystery things, some weird things going on that you can't explain that are coming around. I think you have been running into issues with love. I think you have been running into some dead ends that you can't escape. And it feels like there's no hope sometimes, but there is. I mean, come on. You have fun sometimes. A lot of times you just don't. And that's kind of the problem, right? You want more consistency. You want something that is going to be there. You want someone that is going to be reliable and up to speed with what you kind of need. The Five of Swords says you have been running into difficulties. You just have been running into difficulties. And I think that's part of, what's going on here. The Knight of Swords says, though, you have an air sign coming up. Air sign is going to relieve some of this. Air sign is going to have some sort of a fun thing, some sort of an entertainment type of deal, some sort of a pull to them that you like. And I think they're actually sort of going to creep up in the next 2.5 months. And the air sign, the Knight of Swords, they're just going to suddenly appear. It's going to be like, boom, here they are. Here is what's happening. Here are the kind of, what they do or how they do it and whatnot. Knight of Swords says, yeah, they are just going to come out of nowhere and they are going to be there. So that is interesting indeed. The Hierophant, though, the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is sort of an interesting thing here. You're looking at somebody with the air sign. They're looking to get a little too serious too quickly. Not much you're going to do with this, okay? Bottom line, not much you're going to do with this. I think the Hierophant, too serious too quickly. Knight of Wands says we're really kind of, not too thrilled about that, but it is something that you got to kind of deal with. So I think that is what is coming to you in love. In love, indeed. I think there is some difficulties. By the way, Blooming Cat Tarot is what that deck is. I keep wanting to reverse it because I'm used to titles being up here, but it's at the bottom. This is the proper way. Blooming Cat Tarot is here, and it can be something that you own if you'd like to pick it up from whoever the hell sells it. I mean, Google it. Google it. Google it if you like it. It's what I'm saying. Vanessa, though. Vanessa does not want to Google it. Vanessa wants to know, what are the energies between Jonathan and I? Jonathan has put me on extinction here. Jonathan has put me on that like I don't know what I want to do. I don't know where I want to go with this. I don't know if Jonathan is going to reply. What the hell's wrong with Jonathan sometimes? Vanessa understands this. What is the energies between us, though? Can we get this done? Can we do that? Oh, man, let's find out what is going on with the John. King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. All right. There's a good reason there's no communication. I think Jonathan has come to the conclusion that they're better off without you at this point. The King of Pentacles is somebody who's a little too comfortable with their situation. They're a little too relaxed. They're a little too casual. And they're coming at it as not very serious about what they're going or where they're doing or kind of where they want to be at the end of the day. I don't think they're looking at the big picture. I think they're looking for immediate gratification. And quite frankly, Vanessa, that's what Jonathan does. Looks at the immediate gratification, looks at the short term and just says, what's going to make me happy today? What's going to make me happy now? And it appears that they've given up on you a little bit. Vanessa, the King of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles into the Nine of Swords. I think they start missing you after a while, but it's going to be a while. I mean, if you're patient, I think it's going to be okay, but they start missing you after a little bit. And yeah, I think they're just going to hit you up eventually. But, right now, I think the energies are kind of just gone. And from Jonathan, energy is kind of just gone. I think you can reignite some of that if you really wanted to. The Knight of Pentacles being out there, sort of flirting around there. It does say that we did have some good stuff. We did have some interesting sort of communication while we didn't go through that. But they just kind of forgot about it at this point. King of Pentacles, I'm comfortable. I'm, kind of just lazy at this point. Knight of Swords says, don't worry about it. Let Jonathan reach out when Jonathan is ready. You can, sort of give a couple of hints here and there, but overall, you're kind of relying upon them at this point. You kind of got to, deal with what you got to deal with here. Not really a lot you can do with this situation, Vanessa. At least that's what the tarot says, by the way. Yeah, tarot says, sometimes the tarot says good things, sometimes it doesn't. If you'd like to give me something nice, though, the like and the sub would be the best thing you can do. Go ahead and click that. Let YouTube know I don't suck. Because today, I don't suck. Tomorrow, I don't know. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Today is just another manic Monday. I'm telling you, my friends, now. Philippe knows. Today is another manic Monday. Personally, I wish it was Sunday because that's my fun day, right? The Sunday is my fun day. It's my get up and run day. And I think that I wish it was Sunday once more. Liz Girl, though, hopefully that you're enjoying Monday. How to increase my sales at work, because you want to increase your sales. Liz Girl's got some long-term goals up in here. Strength, thank you for your donation. Liz Girl, let's find out how we're going to do that. You got your long-term goals going. You're ready for that money. You're ready for that fat cash. You're ready for some sales. Some people coming up to you and saying, hey, I want your product and I'm willing to give you money. This is a live view of them giving you money, getting the sales out there, getting stuff coming in, because you need more sales. You need to pick this up and run with it at this point. Now, how do you increase the sales is what we're talking about. Well, being there is going to be your first option. The Wheel of Fortune, kind of the traditional being there. Being their response. This is something where you just got to be there. You just got to be there. You got to be present. You got to sort of be in that mode of, I'm just here. I'm available. I'm doing the sales thing and I'm just making it available, right? Jay, thank you for hanging out with us. There's also an issue of sort of variety and sort of pull, right? You want to get that pull. In other words, I want to say, okay, I'm telling you, Liz Girl, right now, I want to sell you something. Let's say that it is the remote control to my lights. I could just say, hey, do you want to buy the remote control to my lights? Or I can make it personal to you. I can say, Liz Girl, I know you're doing videos, all right? I know you're doing these videos. I know you're making this stuff and you're making a presentation. What you need is better lighting. And in order to get that better lighting, you're going to need a light with a remote control, because you know who's got time to get up and switch the damn thing on and off? Nobody. You know who's got time to switch the temperature control these things on and off? Nobody. So you need a remote control for your lights and the lights of them. So in other words, you make it more personal, right? We make it personal to the sales pitch is more personal. The sales thing is more personal to this individual. And that's kind of where you have that 10 of Pentacles. This is something that you can see you having because you need it. And you're sort of fitting this into their life. You're fitting this into their situation. And you are going to be a much better situation when you do that. So it's more of a, I need it because, and you sort of look at it from that perspective instead of just throwing the remote out there on the table like I did. And also getting a little bit of variety in there, right? Rose and a YouTube user, thank you for your other donations. It is getting a little bit of variety. I don't have one remote. I've got several remotes. I will customize a remote for you. Kind of, there is that variety. There is that option selection that are coming through there. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. Wheel of Fortune says just show up. I mean, show up, day-to-day activities, show up, make yourself available, and that is half the battle indeed. Crystals in Paint, welcome. How you doing? All right, Spiraling Monk. What was my nightmare talking about? Oh my, Spiraling Monk is up there with the bad dreams. What's going on with the bad dreams? Ain't nobody got time for bad dreams. Let's go to the Tarot Tower, speaking of good dreams, and make your dreams come true. I do have a Dream Tarot, a Dreams Keeper Tarot up here just for these type of situations. Now, it is a bit ethereal, not going to lie to you. This is a very ethereal kind of deck. So if you're ready for it, we can get it done, my friends. We can get the ethereal decks out there and make it happen. Because Spiraling Monk, the nightmares, what's going on with all that crap? Has anybody got time for nightmares these days? I mean, is there anybody really? Four of Cups. Okay, you're being presented with situations that you just don't like. You're just not optional. It's almost like that you're stuck in a pattern of getting presented something, getting handed something that you just don't need, you just don't like, and it's just not doing you any good. Bottom line, it's just not doing you any good. GK, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. So I think you're in that mode. I think you are in that mode to where, yeah, you just need to make it happen. There is some things that you're being presented that you can't stand, you just don't like, and you feel like you're at a dead end to make stuff, to get where you want to be, to reach these goals that seem unreachable. The Two of Swords also says the nightmare is about not being able to find what we need, where we need it, and how we need it. It feels like you're hitting a dead end a lot of times when you're going and seeking out things that are important to you. Now, the Knight of Wands into the Ace of Swords. This is a connection, a communication from, I think, another realm, from, I think, another place that actually does exist. It is a communication coming through. I think there's also coming, J. Matt, thank you for your donation. I think there's also someone coming that is going to be very interesting to you. Someone coming that really pulls you out of your comfort zone, right? They pull you out of your comfort zone. And I think you're about to meet this person, and that is also sort of the premonition that is coming through. Knight of Wands, a little bit of that fiery aspect where we're sort of moving, we're getting pulled, we're getting daunted in an unexpected direction. Linda, welcome to the stream. Then the Ace of Swords, this person is going to challenge us in many ways. So a couple of interps, couple of interpretations there. I think the new person coming in is going to push you to the limit. So be prepared for that as well. Anyway, Power of the P. Hi, friend. Well, hello, Power of the P. And your triple shot donation tonight. What's the best energy to give off tomorrow? Okay, good energy, I guess. I don't know. Good energy, I guess. What's the best energy to give off tomorrow? To do this, I'm going to use my deck of cards. This is my deck of cards. You can get it in the description. Thank you for like the 14 freaking people that have bought my deck in the past couple of days. I've got a big run on these decks, and I mean like a huge run. Like I got a big stack of decks I had to take to the post office this morning. Anyway, so thank you all for greatly supporting all of my effort and all of my fun stuff that I do, and the printing and the decks and the tarot, and oh my, you got a couple of majors cranking this out. Best energy to give off tomorrow. The first thing you need to let people know is that you are on their side. You're their friend. You're on their side. You're not an adversary. You're not somebody who's adversarious. Is that a thing? I think so. The Lovers. I'm your friend. I'm Power of the P. I'm your friend. And you should be good with that. The Death card too. I'm here to make the changes that you need. That's the kind of energy, right? I'm here to make the changes that everybody needs. I'm not going to be the one that's just going to go with the flow. I'm here to make the changes and make things better. And I think that is a positive energy as well. Now, you're also there to comfort people in need. You're there to do that. Samantha and Neve, welcome to the stream. You're there to comfort people in need. When people have concerns, you just say, ain't no thing. It ain't no big deal. I think the best energy to give off. It's one of those days. To give off tomorrow. Linda, thank you for your donation. The Mister's current feelings for me, and more me. Let's find out what Mr. thinks of you. That was a great band in the 80s. I'm just saying. The Broken Wings song and all of that. Nakona, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. All right. We need to see the Mister's current feelings for me, and me. Oh, lots of good stuff. I mean, if you're looking for the win-win, lots of good stuff, this is your time to get right. This is your time to get off, maybe. Eight of Wands. This is something that has a lot of energy around it. They have a lot of energy, a lot of sort of excitement, a lot of that fiery aspect that you kind of need up in here. I like it. Six of Wands, the Lord of Victory, too. it says there's a lot of good stuff waiting here, a lot of potential energy. So you have sort of this energy from the wands and it gets moving. And that's kind of the feeling. Let's get moving. Let's use this energy. Let's use this stuff and let's sort of, move past. Let's move on with some of the cool stuff. So you have the Lord of Victory into a movement, victorious, but moving into the next phase. You can be victorious, but we need to keep moving. That is the feeling. That is the feeling. And Mr. Romance does say that there's a good connection, strong connection there. We just got to sort of envelop it or sort of make it happen, right? Nakona and Lachey, thank you for your donations, but I like it. I like it overall. Then you have a question with no question. Or then you have a donation with no question. Let's find out what the donation with no question is. Power of the P. I have no idea what the other one is. Samantha, thank you for your donation. All right, well, let's just scroll up. Scroll up and see a Hey You, like the Pink Floyd song, Hey You. I think that's a thank you, Dono. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Power of the P. You are always there for me. Hey, that rhymes. YouTube users there too. Thank you for your other donation. I think YouTube users paid my mortgage this month. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I think YouTube users single-handedly paid my mortgage this month. How will it go with my date this weekend with AH? Playing World of Warcraft too long. I immediately thought you're going out with the auction house. I mean, I'm just saying. I thought you were going out with the auction house. And I wanted to ask you, is it Horde or Alliance auction house? Okay. But I mean, clearly strength. You're not going out with the auction house, okay? I mean, I have had weekends where I spend a lot of time with the auction house. But I don't think that's you. I don't think that's you. All right, let's find out what's in the auction house that you can buy, that you can hook up with. Oh, Jesus, that's, you may want to cancel. You may want to cancel with the auction house. This looks like a little bit of a heartbreak, a little bit of a sort of being moving in or creeping in or something like that. There is a little bit of a creep in here. It feels compact. It feels like you're being smothered a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Samantha, thank you for your other donation. Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation, says it's going to be very short, very quick. Three of Swords says, hey, you might as well cancel. I mean, strength, entertainment purposes only. But the auction house ain't doing you any good. This Three of Swords straight up in the middle of this, along with a 9 sort of accompanying it, that little bit of that smothering aspect of everything moving in. I mean, bottom line, you may indeed want to log into World of Warcraft and look at the auction house instead of going out with auction house. It's what I'm saying. Strength, it doesn't look good. The rebirth, the reincarnation, to me means a very short date. A short date. Like, that was great, but yeah, let's not do that again. Just my opinion, though. I'm just a fat man reading cards. A fat man reading cards on the internet, and that's what I do. And that's what I do. Anyway, YouTube user, how will the coaching with Jay go tomorrow? Let's get a new deck for you. Get a new deck and see what kind of coaching that we can get going on with Andrew's favorite deck, but I think Andrew's still recovering. From his hand injury or whatnot. I need to ping him and see how he's doing. YouTube user, how will the coaching go with Jay tomorrow? I don't know. Two of Swords, a Chariot, and the Sun. It starts off weird. I'm not going to lie. It starts off a little weird. It's like, this is not the coaching for me. It feels like that you just want to leave almost immediately. There's something awkward, something weird. It's almost like that there's like a level of stress around it that doesn't even need to be there. You're like, why is this even like this? It's so awkward. But the Chariot into the Sun means it just works itself out. You gotta go, let it work itself out. Even if it's awkward, just sort of relax, go with it. And overall, I think you're going to be okay. Okay. Because the Chariot and the Sun being right at the end, so it moves in a direction. It's going to be more positive. Everything sort of strengthens up. No pun to strength 3. And it moves into a little better situation, moves into a little better opportunity. So overall, give it some time, give it some patience. Even if it's weird at first, don't let that weird you out. Just sort of ride with it. Go, hey, I mean, that fat man on YouTube, he said is going to be weird at first. I'm just going to relax. I'm going to ride with it. I'm going to see what happens, right? Hi, Sing. Welcome. How you doing? Thank you for your donation. Now, let's see. I need to know. Why is A acting so weird? It's comical. I mean, the Five of Swords, right? The Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. They're trying to basically get you on a loop. They want to get you on a loop. They've come to a conclusion where they want to get all the people that they've kind of been with or hung out with before, and they want to get them on the line, right? They want to get them hooked in. They want to get them hooked in at this point. So I don't think you're the only one they're doing this to. So they want to get everybody hooked in. They want to get everybody the way they want it, but they don't want to make any action just yet. It seems like they're just setting you up for something later. The Nine of Pentacles, setting you up for some good stuff later, but right now, the Ace of Wands, I'm not willing to get that fiery aspect quite yet. I'm not willing to sort of start on that and get that going. The Five of Swords, I don't want to be defeated. I want to get everything lined up. I want to get everything the way that I need it, and just in case for later. And there is a later. They will be coming back, but they're basically just setting people up at this point. That's why they're being weird. They're setting people up to do what they want to do with them, right? Setting people up at this point. The way they do, apparently it's the new way that they're going to go. How will buying rental property go next year? Let's find out if we can rent. Screw buying. That's so damn expensive. Let's just rent. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. The Tarot Tower is back. By the way, the camera survived another header into the concrete. Another header into that concrete. Logitech cameras for the win, all right? Because that thing has bounced its head off the concrete more than like a violent movie or something. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. I'm just saying. All right, but it's surviving. It is surviving. Staying alive. Staying alive. Okay, rental property. Ain't nobody need to buy. We can rent. We can rent for an outrageous amount of money, I'm sure. A hilarious amount of money for a rental property, I'm sure. But when we rent, how's it going to go? Five of Swords says it's going to get old quick. This is one of those to where you're looking at renting and you're like, from what we're paying, we could have just bought something. I think, Rose, I think that's how it's going to go. For what we're paying, we could have just bought something, okay? That Five of Swords. Oh, at the end of the day, I'm sorry we rented. Ace of Cups, though, you do find a nice little place. You find a place with some nice neighbors. You find some good stuff. I think you find sort of that sweet spot where everybody knows your name. All the people in the neighborhood are friendly. The lovers, you have the parties. You got the block parties. You got all of the good stuff, and your neighbors are very nice indeed. It's almost like you're the only renter within a certain section or something like that. I'm just saying. So the rental property, right? If you're going to rent it out as well, I still think you have the same experience. You have a good experience getting it. You have a good experience with the neighbors. You have a good experience with renting it out to people. But overall, it feels like that... some changes need to be done here. Some changes need to be altered. We need some changes. It doesn't feel like everything is exactly the way that we want it to be on the first shot, per se. Not exactly the way we want it to be on the first shot. All right, GK. What's a future with a connection with a P? Is it over? Are we done? Are we done? Have we been concluded? Has the curtains drawn forth? And everything was concluded? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Because it's not over, GK, until it's over. Until it's over. And Temperance, the Fool, 3 of Coins, and the 7 of Coins. Say it's not quite over yet. It's just, I think you've asked this before. I think you've asked this or something similar before, and I said it wasn't over, and it looked like it's still not over. I mean, I don't think it's over then, and I don't think it's over now. Temperance is kind of a weird card, especially next to the Fool. It means we need to balance things out by trying again. We need to balance things out by readjusting or re-getting this opportunity, opening the door back to where we need it to be. The Fool says, let's give it one more shot. And GK, that's the important part here. I think you both have one single finale shot left in you before you're going to give it up. After that, yes, you are going to give it up. The Seven of Coins. The problem is we put too much effort into it. We put too much time, too much effort. We put all of this stuff sort of wrapped it around here, and it's just not something that we're willing to give up. It's not something we're willing to cut off at the knees just yet. Three of Coins. We can get together. We can work it out. Let's give it one more shot. The Fool. Seven of Coins. We put in so much effort now. Why bother giving up? I don't see a Ten of Swords. I don't see a Three of Swords. I don't see a reverse Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. I don't see any of the signs that say that it's over. All I see is keep working on it, but try to readdress stuff. Give it one more finale, that Fool. One more shot before you just hang in the towel. Or is it throw in the towel, hang in the towel? I don't know what. You do something with a towel. J Mad, KP messaged me, but now they're acting distant. Maybe they're related to YouTube users A. Maybe they're related to YouTube users A. Is this the same person? I don't know. But KP, message me. Now they're distant. What are they doing? How are they? Why did they open the Pandora's box if we're not willing to go forth with it? Six of Cups. Magician, Tower, and the Six of Swords. They're coming back. The Tower. Here's what I think happened. J Mad. I think that they messaged you along with somebody else. And both of you said, yeah, what's going on? And they're dealing with the other person at this point. Now, the thing about this is, I think the other person is going to dump them pretty hardcore. You got the Tower, right? They thought they were being tricky, J-Matt. They thought they were being tricky. They thought, hey, I'm going to do this my way. I'm going to do it like I want to do it. The Magician, I'm going to message a couple of people and see who responds. I got a couple of options. I'm going to throw it down and see what's going on. Strength, thank you for your other donation. The Six of Cups, right? I'm just going to sort of reach out. I'm just going to sort of hand the cards out and see who responds. The Tower says the other person that responded ends up giving them some bad news, basically. But I think they prefer the other person. The other person's going to give them some bad news, and then they're going to go Six of Swords. They're going to come sailing back to you and sort of readdress or reopen, right? They're going to reopen the opportunity. That's what I think, J-Matt. Entertainment purposes only. Never assume people are cheating based upon a fat man reading a cards on the internet. J-Matt, you knew this. J-Matt, you're here enough that you know these things. You understand the ramifications of random card readings on the internet because the Tarot Tower, speaking of Tower, has Joanna Nelson's. By the way, the Cosmo Beings has shipped. Her new deck, the Cosmo Beings, has shipped. And when I get it, we're going to unbox. We're going to look at it. We're going to see what it looks like, all of that other stuff. Get all of that stuff going on, right? By the way, this is Lamont's Tarot, in case you didn't know. In case you just didn't know. In case you've never been here, you've never been here before. Anyway, let's find out what the next question is going to be. Linda, the family gathering. How is that going to work? How is that going to go? Is it going to stink or is it going to be amazing and fantastic? Let's see what kind of fantastic things we got going with this gathering and see if we can get it going the way that we need to at a minimum. Nine of Swords. You don't really want to go, do you? I mean, it's going to go good. Linda, bottom line, you probably just don't want to go. I mean, I'm just saying, you're in that mode where you're like, nah, if I had it, if I had the choice, I probably just wouldn't go. Probably wouldn't go at this point. The Three of Wands. I've been looking. I've been scanning. I've been looking at this. Linda, you've been scanning the landscape. You've been like, I'm kind of wondering what's up, but I'm kind of worried I'm going to get there and this is going to happen. I'm going to get there and so is going to be there. I don't really know how's it going to go. There's a level of unpredictability here. Three of Wands says you've been looking, you've been scanning, you've been thinking about it. Lover says when you go, you're going to have a great time. So overall, you're looking for a good time. You're looking for some fun stuff. Let's get the love balloons up here because you're going to love it. You are going to love it. Some of your concerns, some of the stuff is just not applicable. It's not going to be something that sort of weighs you down at all. Knight of Swords, though, it's just somebody leaves early. I'm predicting this. We're going out on a limb. Somebody leaves early. The Knight of Swords. It's a quick movement card. It's an exit. Somebody's sort of on that hummingbird. They're ready to leave. They're ready to bail. They're ready to get out of here. And it feels like that's sort of, what's going to happen there. Somebody is going to leave a little early. In my opinion with that. But overall, I think it's going to be all right. It is going to be all right. Not a problem in the world. Not a problem in the world. But yeah, there is some level of concern and some good reasons to be concerned with that Lachey. Are K the Scorpio and J still together? Still together. I mean, there is that. There is that. Can we get some combos in there? Can we get some good stuff going on? Now, for this one, I think it's very important that we use a good deck, and that is going to be the Phantom Tarot. The Phantom Tarot. YouTube user, I got your question there. Would be exclusive, inclusive, exclusive, one of those things. The Phantom Tarot. I originally thought it was a Phantom A Tarot, but that is incorrect, as I was corrected by all of that. But are they still together? Are they making love in the moonlight? Are they having some passionate encounters with that? Man, they're having a lot of damn fight. They're having a lot of fights. They're having a lot of issues with that. The Three of Wands and Knight of Pentacles. I'm telling you now that the Scorpio's ready to go. The Scorpio's halfway out. The Scorpio's got one foot out the door, and the other foot is like, I don't know. You do have that Three of Wands action at the end. Oh, it's a Scorpio. The Scorpio's the problem, isn't it? The Scorpio. No, hashtag not all Scorpios. But the Scorpio in this situation, K, that's the problem, isn't it? That's the real issue here, isn't it? I mean, I have to ask right now because the Nine of Swords, there is some level of BS being introduced. There is some level of stressors that just don't need to be in there. There's some worries. There's some concerns. I think there's some level of either arguments or sort of just this pending doom to the whole thing sometimes, right? King of Cups, I've lost a lot of interest in here. I've lost a lot of the passion. I've lost a lot of the stuff that needs to be here, that needs to sort of be in that mode, but it feels like that, we're still just hanging on for what we can. The Knight of Pentacles, I'm hanging on to what I got. I can't let go just yet. I can't let go, but eventually I have to, just not right now. Knight of Pentacles, I'm hanging on for dear life. I'm hanging on for dear life with that Three of Wands. I got one foot out the door, okay? I'm just saying, the Scorpio is the point of problem, and the Aquarius has one foot out the door, the Three of Wands. You're looking at the Aqua, the Aquarius sort of a feel in here. I realize it's not Aqua. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of the Aquarius feel, scanning, looking at sort of what's next. Bottom line, the Aquarius has other options. All right. And they're looking at those other options pretty seriously at this point because they feel like this is really kind of dead ending. And this is not something that they're signed up for, not something they're excited about. But they are still hanging on for dear life. And that is the important part, because they're not there yet. They're not there yet. Nakona wants a March reading and wants it with the good stuff. Wants it with the good stuff. We can use the Thoth. The Thoth is the closest. The Thoth, although we haven't used the Santa Muerta in quite some time, but it is a long way away. So let's stick with the Thoth for now. Everybody calm down. It's time for the Thoth. I know a lot of people are not big fans of the Thoth. I know that. But the Thoth gives you the read that you want. I mean, Jasmine, thank you for your donation. It gives you the read that you need, not the reading that you want. And, okay, look, we got a jumper, the Three of Swords. That, I mean, you asked for March. We're going to give you March with the Thoth. And you got to understand, the Thoth doesn't play around. It just doesn't play around. This is straight to the point, straight to the jugular. If we need to go to the jugular, that's the way it works. March is going to start out kind of harsh. All right. Starts out a little bit harsh. Oh, man. Some new beginnings coming up here. Bottom line, it's almost like either a pregnancy in someone around you or a pregnancy is going on. It's like something new, something starting, something needs to be filled, something needs to be fulfilled. There's unfulfilled actions, unfulfilled things that are happening around you. And March is a time to sort of get that going, to fill that in. And I think that's really sort of the key component here, right? It's sort of figuring out where we can be, how we can do it, and et cetera, with this. It is time to fill in the gaps. It is time to sort of get the next stage, get the next thing going, because it feels like a lot of unfulfilled things in February, and that is going to be kind of like, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know where it's going to go. The first week of March is going to be kind of harsh, though. You do have a couple of challenges that are there. It's almost like you're being pulled into different directions, a couple of heartbreak type of things. The end of March, you're also kind of defending yourself from others. It feels like there's too much going on. There's too much sort of bombing in or flooding in at this time as well. So that's kind of a look at your March. Overall, the first week, the last week is kind of weird. The middle is about fulfilling promises or sort of getting things and getting those done and sort of catching up. A lot of catching up, right? Anyway, that is what the thought says about your March read. So there we go. Are we going to do that? If I message Neil, would he respond? Is Neil going to be all right? Is Neil going to be okay? We can use the thought for this. Samantha may not be ready for the brutality of the thought, but we're going to throw it down anyway. We're going to throw it down anyway because we need an answer here. We need an answer to this in the PhD. Will they respond? I think yes. I think the Emperor says, yeah, they will respond. Are they expecting? Are they expecting a message? No, they're not. They're going to be a little bit defensive, but you give them a little bit of time and they do end up responding. It's almost like they have to come to grips with something. Is a door was left open. A door was left open that has not been closed. A door is left open that has not been closed. They are going to walk into it. They are going to sort of walk into it, and it's going to be something that does happen. There's something that does get fulfilled with that. Anyway, I think that is a thumbs up. And I used the wrong deck. I'm sorry, Samantha. But for your next one, we'll use the right deck. We use the right deck with the Curious Travels, or the Curious Creatures, or the Curious Travels. Curious Travelers. Which one is that? What's that? Is this one? You talking about this one? Yeah. There we go. Curious Travels. Curious Travels deck. I used the wrong deck on the first one, but on the second one, we're going to get it 100%. 100%, because the PH interview is coming up, and we need to know how we going to do on that, because it is going to be interesting indeed. I think it's going to go really weird. Like, this is my first impression, literally my first impression. Samantha, the other Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Got the double Samanthas up in here. The double Samanthas. Samantha, no, I have not done your reading because that's the first time I've seen your donation. I think so at least. Let me double check. No, I show that as the first donation from you. Thank you for your donation, by the way. I appreciate you. Anyway, all right, the PhD. It's going to be a little bit unusual. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you do it, no matter how you approach it, it's going to feel like uncomfortable. I mean, the Page of Swords. Feels like you're unprepared. It doesn't matter how long you spend here. It feels like you're unprepared. They're asking you questions. You're like, oh, geez, am I really ready for this? Am I prepared for this? Like, what is happening here? I think that's the important part. And you got two aces in the sort of the sidelines here. I think you're looking at your passion, your dedication, and your sort of energy is on point for this interview. On point for this interview. And I think everybody sees it and everybody wants to be a part of it. It feels like you're really fresh, really energized. You're just ready to go. And that makes the best impression. But you are out of your element, way out of your element. I don't care how much you prepare for that. It feels like, what did I get myself into? Alaya, welcome, and thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right, we got YouTube. Fam, thank you for your donation. We got the YouTube user triple shot. Look at that. Look at that. No feelings, no contact. I feel his energy somehow. I feel him. I feel his energy coming through here. I feel something's going on within, and I think something's going on within as well. Now, I've always said A is going to be the first out of the box. A is going to be the first one in line for sort of, getting back or seeing what's up, seeing what's going on. But N is next with that. You see that with the Ace of Wands. You do see that. The Ten of Swords and the King. Right now they're holding back, right? The Ten of Swords. When I made the cut permanently. And they're sticking with that for now. Is that real? Is that reality? No, they'll be back. I mean, come on. The Ten of Swords. I made it permanent. I made the cut. They do want to contact you. They do want to get back and try it again. King of Pentacles says right now they're in their comfort zone. They're in their comfort zone. They're not going to be sort of in that mode where they're just sort of wandering out looking what's next. They're in their comfort zone now, not for long. The Ten of Swords says they're going to break out of that. They're going to pull through that, and they're going to, at the end of the day, they're gonna be coming back. But I think A is first, absolutely. As far as that, Samantha, what was your question on your first reading? Samantha, I'm looking through. Samantha, I'm looking through. What was the question on your first reading? Let me know, and I will get you up in here. Let me know. I see your second. Oh, you did. Okay. Let me do some double Samantha shot right now. I did miss it. I think my software missed it. That is so weird. My software missed it. And my cue that's in the other piece of software missed it. Anyway, I got your message now. I seen it. Let's do it. Let's do the double Samantha shot. The double other Samantha. Why is Alyssa steady ignoring me? What are they doing over there? I mean, they got... Let's find out. Okay. We're going to do the Dark Mansion Tarot for this. We need the good deck right now. We need the Dark Mansion Tarot. Why is Alyssa just steady ignoring me? What is going on with Alyssa? Why is Alyssa doing this? We need to know. We need to understand this right now. Okay. Alyssa, I'm surprised you haven't given up on Alyssa. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised you haven't given up on Alyssa. I think that was your second question, actually. I think that was your second question. I'm surprised you haven't given up on Alyssa. I ended it with Alyssa. Well, there it is. Well, she realized what she's done and reached out. All right. So before we ended it with Alyssa, I'm just saying, Samantha, thank you for your other donation. The other Samantha, we got two Samanthas. Samantha V, thank you for your donation. Strength, thank you for your other donation. All right. Straight up ignoring us. We gave up. We had to move on. But why did they ignore us? The world and the moon, they're ready for somebody new, quite frankly. I mean, they're just waiting for somebody new. The world, there's endless opportunities out there, endless possibilities out there. There are people that they're interested in. There are people they're sort of chasing and looking around at. The moon says they just need something different right now. They need a change of pace, I'm just saying, you're eating salads every day for a year. You need a pizza, right? You just need something a little bit different with that. Let's see. Didn't mean it said earlier. Let's see. Whatever's going on. Really tired. You want to come to get the okay. Anyway, the moon. The moon says, they're ready for something different. You eat salads for a year, and then you got to have a pizza. And I think it's time for their pizza. Coco, welcome. Julie, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you. All right. I'm just saying, it just seems the Page of Swords, right? Again, Alyssa needs something different. I think that's the big thing. I don't think it's you. I mean, I'm not saying salads are bad. I'm saying salads are great. Salads are fantastic. But sometimes I just need a pizza. And I think they're just ready for the pizza. I'm just saying. All right. Now, you just said you did get rid of Alyssa. And I think that's maybe the best shot here. I ended it with Alyssa. All right. Will she realize what she's done, and will she reach out? 7, 6 in the night. Now, quite frankly, I think she's going to move on. Again, you got to have the pizza. Mary P., welcome. How you doing? The 7 of Pentacles. We tried. We gave it a shot, right? Alyssa gave it a shot. Alyssa's just going to do what Alyssa's going to do, though. I mean, at the end of the day, the 7 of Pentacles says we had our turn. We had a try. We made the future for ourselves, but at the end of the day, it's not the future that we wanted, right? YouTube user and Julie, thank you for your donation. 6 of Cups says later, we can be friends. Later, not right now. I think they're in that mode of they hate everything, they hate everybody kind of thing. The Knight of Swords, it's time to move on. Time to get some pizza. It's time to order from Domino's, all right? They're going to order from Domino's. They're going to have pizza. They're going to get fat, and they're going to be like, hey, I'm done with pizza. I think I'm coming back to the salads. I mean, I think that's the bottom line. I think we're coming back to the salads. So I think they're going to come back and message you. They want to be friends later. Right now, they got to move. They got to move like Jagger. They got to move. Anyway, all right. I think that was your things. Let's see. So we did his energy. Are me and N soulmates? Let's find out if you and N are indeed soulmates with all of this good stuff here. Let's find out. Oh, man. I don't know. Nerdsbane, thank you for your very generous donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, I got to respond to this text. Hang on. All right, had to respond to a text. Okay, let's find. We spread these out and then we grouped them up again. Okay, soulmates. Do I have a soulmate here? 10 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords? No, absolutely not. This does not look like a soulmate. This does not look like it even remotely, even somewhat slightly, although the way sort of kind of looks like it. I would say no. I would just say no. Oh my, Mary P., thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's go through here and see all this good stuff. YouTube user, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no tonight. But that's the way it is. It's just the way it is. Some things never change. Anyway, did PH interview. We did high sing. Ex proposed in front of me to the chick he cheated with. Oh my. Ain't nobody got time for a cheater.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
And I saw him with my job. It feels like I'm paying his karma. Will things finally turn around for me, or any new things coming? Wait a minute. So they proposed in front of me to a chick that they cheated with. Oh my. That's harsh. Like, that's straight mean. Like, there's levels of mean, and that is 100% mean. That's what I'm saying. Boo boo. Welcome to the stream. I'm just saying now, that's rude. That's rude. So wait a minute. They got on one knee and they actually proposed to the person that they dipped into. I'm just saying, that's bad. That's rude. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. And the right is, this might hurt tarot, because this might hurt indeed for them. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if they're willing to cheat once, they willing to cheat again, my friends. That's what I say. They cheat once, they willing to cheat twice. Because, hey, they think it's nice. I mean, come on, let's get real. Well, let's get some reality up in here. Now, bottom line, you got to just move on from that. Because ain't nobody got time for all of that, all right? Let's find out what is important, and that is, high thing. What is next for you? What good things are coming out to you? Because Ace of Cups is a great card, a beautiful card for this, especially next to a Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, all of this other good stuff. You got your own thing coming, right? You got your own thing coming. You're not paying anybody's karma. Things are turning around. It looks good. That Nine of Cups is about satiety. It is about having a good time. It is about having things on you own and something important to you that's happening, that is coming your way. Ace of Cups says new opportunities are around the corner. We have a lot of nice things here. Knight of Swords is going to happen earlier than you think. Because a lot of times, you know, you come on the Tarot Oracle channel and they're like, things are going to turn around, but it's going to take 9 months. No. I think it's going to be quick. I think it's going to be quick with that Nine of Cups creeping up in the first slot with an Ace of Cups right next to it. That's nice. Especially with a Knight of Swords talking about expediency, talking about just sort of getting it moving, getting it running with that. Page of Pentacles says your next relationship is going to be a short-term one. It's going to be something that doesn't have a lot of stability in it, but it is something fun, and it is something good, right? And like Micah said, you dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet, because if they going to cheat once, they going to cheat twice and thrice and 4 times nice. So you got to... You know who has time for getting serious with a cheater? Nobody. You know who has time to get serious with these people that cheat? Nobody, because they are going to cheat on you again. And when they do, now you got a ring on it, and now you got all sorts of problems, and you don't want any of that. You don't want any of that. All right, Kristen, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Tell me anything. Well, Kristen, you're at the end of the queue. Kristen, you're at the end of the queue. That's what I'll tell you. Will A and me be exclusive in the future? Will A and me be exclusive in the future? Let's find out. Let's go to the Tarot Tower and do that. By the way, if you hear all this noise in the background, I'm selling my board games. I'm selling my board games, and I'm getting a lot of interest because they're good board games. I mean, when I get the board games, I get the good ones. I don't get the stinky ones. You know, I don't get like Clue or Monopoly or something like that. I get the good ones. I get the ones that are like, oh my, that's a great game. Okay, will we be exclusive in the future? The King of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Swords. That will be no. I mean, a little bit of a no feel here. You got the King of Pentacles. A likes variety. A likes their inconsistency. A's pulling through, and A's trying to get that done. King of Pentacles, right? Ten of Swords and a Three of Swords combined says no. They're not going to be exclusive. At a minimum, you could be indeed inclusive of somebody else. But I'm just saying, they're not going to be exclusive. It's going to be difficult for them to get that done right now. They're in that mode. Sowing the wild oats a little bit. Sowing a little bit of the wild oats. So, yeah, I think they just got to get through this phase. You know, they just got to get through the phase first. And after that, I think it'd be more of a possibility. For right now, they're kind of pulling your strings a little bit, some of that. Anyway, strength was not. Is the relationship my daughter Rita and M, will they last? Will Rita be able to make a good future, a beautiful future going on with that? Let me get my PayPal lined up. I got my PayPal lined up. All right, we're good. Okay, is the relationship of me and Rita gonna be? You know, they're gonna last. Is it gonna last? Let's find out. By the way, we're ending soon. Not all good things last. I eventually gotta go and eat a banana and take a shower. And Kristen is the last reading of the night, and anything after Kristen's gonna have to be put off until tomorrow. Nerd's Bane is the last reading of the night, and anything after Nerd's Bane is gonna have to be put off until tomorrow. All right, is the relationship gonna last? You know, I think so. I really do think so. This is looking fantastic. It is looking great. I like it. And Samantha likes this deck. It is called the Meraki Tarot. They're coming out with version 2 with no borders, and they're gonna send me one because they love me. But yeah, I think it's going to last. The Lover's card. Look at that shining, beautiful light and all this other stuff. If you're on my Patreon, by the way, I teach you how to do that effect in Procreate on your iPad. I'm just saying, Mary P., you're going to be up tonight, definitely. But the Lovers says, yeah, it's going to last. I like it. 7 of Wands says, I'm just saying Rita doesn't want it to last sometimes, but it will last. It will last. I think it's looking good, though, in all seriousness. I think you're looking good for this. Strength, I'm just saying. You're looking at a nice little relationship you got going on. Jasmine wants to know what's going on tomorrow, though, right? What is going on? What kind of things do we got in there? All right. Oh, no reading, just a donation. Thank you so much, Nerds of Bane. I greatly appreciate that. Samantha, I threw it down. It's called the Meraki Tarot. There you go. A general for tomorrow. Beware of, tomorrow needs to be an isolated Tuesday. You're going to have some things that are going to drag into Wednesday and Thursday. Don't let them. You need it to be an isolated Tuesday. That is going to be what is important. Alaya, you are next. You got 2, and they're both next. You do have things are going to be dragging into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday kind of thing. Don't let it. 9 of Swords. Close out anything that's on Tuesday. Get it done. Get it finished. Big thing, right? Because the 7 of Cups, there's a lot more opportunities through the week. And you want to concentrate on the new opportunities rather than drag in all the stuff from the old things. You just don't want that to happen. That's not going to be beneficial to anybody. The Moon says overall, it feels like it's a good emotion. It feels like things are going well. Things are going quite well. Jasmine, I think the energy is going to be pretty good tomorrow. Going to be pretty decent indeed. And Alaya is next. Alaya wants to know 2 questions. Let's find a good Alaya double shot deck for these. A good one. I'm going to go with the Orion's Animal Tarot. I think that's going to be a fantastic one for the double Alaya read. When will me and the Scorpio meet once more? When are we going to meet once more? Let's find out. Samantha's really in love with that Meraki deck. She's like, use that Meraki deck with the Neil question. That's what I need. I need more Meraki in my life. Samantha, the next one's going to be borderless. I'm just saying. The next one is going to be borderless, and it is going to be magnificent. Magnificent. When will I meet the Scorpio again? Queen of Cups, falling in love, seeing again. 3 of Wands, okay, and the 8 of Wands sort of leaving. It's only a very short time period that you get to meet them again, but you do get to meet them again. This is something that will happen in September, bottom line. Bottom line, September. Now, this is a short meet. It's almost like this needs to be flushed out. This needs to be moved to the second type of thing. 8 of Wands says we need to keep moving, okay? So if you're looking for the Scorpio, we're going to settle down or something. You're going to meet them again. Not going to be a problem. 3 of Wands. You're looking at several months. You're looking at September kind of thing. That is going to be very powerful indeed. All right? Very powerful indeed. All right. Let's do the next Alaya reading. Alaya reading number 2. Will Samson and I end up in a romantic relationship? You got Samson on the mind. So, I mean, the previous reading, I said you're going to meet, but it's going to be temporary. But that could be romance. That could be romance indeed. I don't think it, I mean, it may not be that thing bad. You got the 8 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, and the Magician. I think it's possible to get things going again. But the 4 of Cups is ultimately, it's not something we're comfortable doing permanently. Not something we're comfortable doing full time. 8 of Pentacles, this is just too much work. Samson is too much work for you. At the end of the day, I don't think you're willing to put up with all the stuff that comes around that. The Magician, though, the Magician says that it's worth one more shot. And again, I think that's the important part here. That is the important and the critical piece of the puzzle is it's worth one more shot. And I think you do have one more shot. One more shot indeed. So that's the Alaya double shot. Now we got the Fem double shot. Look at you, Fem. Fem's coming in with the donations tonight. Fem, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Should I give in? If so, why should I give in? I don't know. Does this have to do with M too? Does this have to do with M? You can tell me. I mean, don't lie to me. Fem, where are you at? Are both questions about M? Are you giving up on M so soon? I gotta know. Don't lie to me. I'm a psychic. Well, no, I'm not really a psychic. I'd throw down cards. But I throw down cards. Don't lie to me. I can see your face. Well, actually, no. Okay. Should I give in? And if so, why? Seven of Swords, the Empress, and the Page of Pentacles. That's a whole lot of no. That's a whole lot of thumbs down. That you shouldn't give up yet. Fem, don't give up. Never give up. Never surrender. Fem's what I'm saying. Page of Pentacles. You got to start from the ground floor, though. I hope you don't mind. I hate to tell. Hope you don't mind. You got to start from the ground floor. If you're willing to do that, that's fine. Page of Pentacles is up in here because the Empress, it says don't give up. There's a connection there that can't be undone. They can't be shoved under the table. Seven of Swords is leaving, would be sneaking out of here, and people need you. Don't give up. Don't do it. Don't do it. People need you right now. People need you. And the Empress says there is a level of comfort. There's a level of good stuff that is waiting in here for you. And I'm just saying. Now, I think both questions are M. It's what I don't even know if you're in chat anymore. I think you left. I think Fem left. Fem, when you watch this later, you can leave a comment. You can, don't be shy with me. I'm Tarot Oracle, dude. You can't be shy with me. You know I read the comments. You look at my comments. I hit like on all of them. You know why? Because I want to let y'all know that I read them. I want to let y'all know that I read them. I read all the comments. 12 years of comments on YouTube. That's got to be like 10,000 comments. Do you know how many I've read? All of them. All the comments, I've read them all. So Fem, drop a comment down in there because M's plan for you is 2 9s and a Wheel of Fortune. They're going to be around. That's the important part. HK, speaking of being around, thank you for your donation. They're going to be around 9 and a 9. Solid read, solid connection, solid good stuff right here. The double 9s. The 9 is the conclusion of the suit. The 9 is where all the power is. It's sort of the big part of the hill, the big part of this. 9 of Cups, especially being one of the best cards in the deck. 9 of Pentacles, one of being the most stable cards in the deck with a Wheel of Fortune. Just moving around, just moving through the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to be around. I'm going to stay around. Their plan is to be around, stay around, and to be there for Fem, right? Because Fem and M, they rhyme, and it's a soulmate thing. Not really, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. Love reading for March. You're single, but I may not be. But you may not be in March. You may. Let's find out. If you're still going to remain single, what is going on? Let's use one of the best decks that we got from the Tarot Tower, by the way. The camera's still working. It took a header 2 days ago and died, but I resuscitated it. I gave it mouth to mouth, all right? I gave it mouth to mouth. The camera's back up. And Forest Creatures version 2 is going to give us this reading right now because we got a lot of good stuff. We got a lot of important stuff hanging out here, doing it, making the grade, and finding out what's going on with the creatures from the forest because you don't know. They got, if you're a creature from the forest, you probably got like a lot of ticks. You got a lot of bug bites and stuff. All y'all fantasizing about being in the forest. Do you realize how many bug bites you're going to be? Do you realize how many bug bites you're going to have like in the first week? So y'all need to settle down. Y'all need to settle down. You're going to see this lady right here ain't got no clothes. And she's going to have ticks. She's going to have bug bites. She's going to have all sorts of stuff all over her, and it ain't going to be good looking, okay? She ain't going to look like that. You need to put some damn clothes on and at least take some bug spray when you're out there, okay? I'm just saying. Now, love reading for March. You're single today. Strength. Justice card. There are some more opportunities happening. The bottom line, there are some more opportunities in March. Are all of them nice? I think the moon says a couple of them sort of are interesting to say the least. Yeah, the flies. You're going to have flies in your ears. You're going to have like earwigs, and it's not pretty, okay? You need to wear some clothes. Spider bites. Nursebane knows. Nursebane must be a camper. Anyway, but the moon says, I think in March, it is about sort of emotionally connecting with other people, getting a connection that is important to you, getting your emotions out there. Because I think that's kind of what's been lacking with your singleness, what's been lacking with this, is getting a good connection, getting a nice connection with some other people. I think that's going to be possible, and that's going to be sort of relevant and definitely sort of something to focus on with the moon as you're moving into March. I think your biggest month by far is going to be May, but March you're sort of moving into that mode of I'm getting closer to other people, I'm getting out there and stuff like that. Ace of Wands, I got an opportunity maybe, but I'm just sort of moving through nice and slow. But I mean, there it is. Philippe is not a creature from the forest. Oh, that's good, because Philippe, they don't have internet in the forest. I'm just saying. Well, maybe somewhere, but I don't know. Anyway, what does Neil think about me? And I know Samantha wants again the Meraki Tarot. It don't matter. It don't matter if we used it once, twice, or thrice. Samantha wants that because she wants to see all the beautiful cards. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. This deck is amazing. This deck is spectacular. And the borderless deck is going to that's going to hit the sweet spot, is what I'm saying. The borderless version of this is going to hit the sweet spot where it's like everything is nice. Everything is beautiful. That is, that's where it's at. Now, the Nine of Wands into Queen of Pentacles and an Eight of Wands. Okay. Neil's thoughts about me. They're in that mode where they just want to be left alone. I mean, they just want to be left alone at this point. The Eight of Wands, they want to get some movement action. They want to get some movement done. They want to get some stuff going, but it's just kind of, where they're not really thinking much in this realm. They're not really thinking much in this realm. Queen of Pentacles, I think they like your style, but it's just not something that, sort of goes through with that. Just not something that goes through with that. Anyway, Nine of Wands says they're just not ready for any big thing yet. Not ready for any big thing yet. I wouldn't hold my breath. I just wouldn't hold my breath for Neil just right now. Neil just doesn't look pretty solid right now. All right. Joe Smith, what does bug ears have to do with a card reading? Joe must be new. Joe, you must be new. Welcome. How you doing, Joe? Good to see you. By the way, if you're new, hit that like and a sub button. Joe, that is, Joe, that is my humor. Joe, if you haven't been here, Joe, you got to get used to my humor. It's weird. It's weird and wacky and unusual. And, that's what I do, Joe. Joe, I got to admit, that's what I do. Joe, I have the Tarot Tower today. 80 decks of cards right here that I can choose from. And out of this 80 decks, Joe, we are choosing this right here, otherwise known as the Universal Celtic, however you pronounce it, Potato Tarot. Potato, Celtic, and that is it. You're 1000% antisocial. Your friend is your computer. I mean, the computer makes a pretty good friend. The computer's warm. I mean, if you need to snuggle with something, so you can snuggle with a teddy bear, but they're cold. The computer, it's always warm. It's always warm, unless you got an Apple M1, and then that thing doesn't really get very warm. So, I mean, you have to open a lot of tabs for that thing to get warm. Anyway, other than that, it gets you a good desktop. Turn the fan on for that thing and let it run. It's nice and warm. It makes a good snuggle buddy. All right, just don't put it in the bathtub or anything like that. All right. Anyway, you don't want to take a bath with it or drink with it. Anyway, what is okay? The next question after we're done with Neil, what does Ann think I'm up to in my life, and what kind of feels do I have for them? Page of Wands, that is sort of interesting. They think you got a lot of stuff going on. In knows you always have a lot of stuff going on. You're not a shy person. You always got stuff going on. You always have moving around. Ace of Cups as well says you're always looking for the next big adventure. You're looking for the next good love. You're looking for the next good love. Now, you do bring in change. That's one thing about you, right? You do bring in change. And they know that whoever's life you're in there, you are going to bring in a little bit of change. You're going to bring in a little bit of alteration with that. That's always a good thing, right? Because you want to sort of present people with your life, let them merge into that and all of that other good stuff. And I think that's going to be all right and good as well. Joe Smith says Celtic or Celtic. Yeah, indeed. You never know how to pronounce it. Julie, when will Kareem reach out to me? Let's find out what's going on. By the way, if you're in the queue, it looks like this. We're on Julie. We got to get through all of these. So let's go forth and do that. By the way, we also have a PayPal, which is next. which is next. We got Mary P up in here, a general and some updates. Mary P, you are next indeed. After Julie, when will Kareem reach out to me? Pick up the phone and try to do all of that stuff. Let's see. Hanged Man. You got the Queen of Wands, the Hermit, and the Four of Swords. All right, I'm telling you now, Kareem is going to reach out, but then that's it. Like, that is it. I think that's one of the big factors here. The Hermit into the Four of Swords. After they reach out once, this is the finale. This is the final time that they're going to do this. So when will they reach out? I'm really thinking in the June time frame. All right, the June time frame. You're looking at a couple of months at a minimum here. It feels like it is going to be 2 months, 3 months kind of thing. That is going to be important. Hanged Man says it's going to be a little bit of time. We got to get down from this position. We got to get down from this and sort of move into the next thing. Queen of Wands as well. We got to merge. We got to take some action. I don't think they're ready to take that quite yet. Still going to be a couple of months. Still going to be a couple of months indeed. But yeah, the Hermit and the Four of Swords. This is the finale, Julie. This is the finale. When they reach out, you better make sure that you're on target because that is the final. That is the final countdown, as they say. So yeah, T-O is pronounced toe. Sure. Sounds good. All right, let's go to the Tarot Tower and let's get a little bit of a Wonder World Tarot. I like it. I like it. All right. Man, what is going on next? We got that, we got that, we got that. Now it's time for Mary P. Mary P wants to lose like a little bit of a general P. A little bit of a general. Any updates? What's going on with life? What's going on and how is it going to be? And the end of the day, we need to find out this stuff. Because sometimes, Mary P, you got some wild stuff going on over there. Not literally. I think you got a pretty calm thing going in there. Two of Coins, Judgment, Six of Wands, and the Emperor. That's interesting that we got major, not major, major, not major kind of thing. All right. For the General, the Two of Coins and Judgment. It's time to make decisions again. It's almost like that you didn't make decisions the first time. You have to reevaluate. You have to remake the decisions. I think you're going to have to come back on a decision that you made previously and either fix it or redo it. We need to fix it or redo it. It feels like there's some things that need to happen for this to work. Two of Coins into Judgment, the rebirth, the opportunity with that. You have to readdress a situation where you made a decision. This decision didn't work out. It's time to do something a little bit different. The good news is when you readdress the situation, you do have more opportunities, or you do have basically more choices to choose from. I think that's kind of the important part here. Six of Wands into the Emperor. Taking command and taking control is very important for you at this stage. I don't think this is something where you can just allocate it, you can delegate it, you can push it across. And I think that there are some things happening, there are some things coming up that taking advantage or taking the lead is going to be very beneficial for you overall. Basically, very beneficial for you overall. What is the decision? All right, let's see what kind of things we got for decision making. What kind of decisions are we sort of forced to make with this? King of Wands into the Eight of Cups. It's like something or somebody is leaving. Something or somebody is leaving or something's going on with that. King of Wands into the Eight of Cups means it's like somebody is taking advantage and somebody is breaking the mode or breaking the mood kind of thing, right? Sort of getting things and they're leaving, getting things and sort of exiting. Basically, they're sort of exiting with something. Almost sort of like a little bit of a Seven of Swords. So you need to take some action. You need to find out what's going on and you need to kind of get in that mode of taking action, sort of intercepting that a little bit. At least that's what the tarot says. That's what the tarot says with that. Nerd's Bane. Is Mr. L worth pursuing, or should I just leave it and dump it? Should I just leave it and dump it? Let's find out, Nerd's Bane. What is going to be good and what's going to be bad with L indeed. With L indeed. All right. Let's see. Is that going to be good? That'd be good. Cosmic Kitty. That is not Cosmic Kitty. This is the regular. No, that's not the same font, and it is not the same picture. So the same font, different picture. That's somebody different. Anyway. Let's go. And plus, I think her name is one word, not two words. I think there's a space in between there. I don't know. Anyway, is Mr. Elwood pursuing, or should I just leave it? Nine of Cups, Five of Swords, Seven of Coins, and the Ace of Swords. Oh, I think you should give it a try. I think you should give it a try. That's sort of what it's saying, right? The Nine of Cups into the Five of Swords. I think you really should give it a try. The Nine of Cups into the Five of Swords says there's some romance, there's something pending, there's some things that do work here, but, I would give it a shot. This is something that could fail. I think that's the problem. It could fail, and you kind of want to guarantee, and there's no really guarantees. This is a situation that could go either way. It could teeter here or there. It could go either way. I think that's going to be kind of interesting. Seven of Coins says overall it's worthwhile. So that's what you're asking. Is it worthwhile? Seven of Coins does say that this is something you can put your energy into that won't be a big waste of your time. It won't be a big waste of your time. Ace of Swords, though, says you need to be clear. You need to be crystal clear with no BS. I think the more they waste your time, the more they screw you around, it's going to be basically painful for you. You need to make sure that they're being honest with you and they're not wasting your time. If they are, then, I would just be like, yeah, I don't know about that. But overall, if you can get them to at least straighten up, be honest, be straight up with you, I think it's worth a shot. At least that's what the tarot says. Tiara, thank you for your donation, but we are ending soon. Tiara, I will get your reading tomorrow. HK, I will get your reading tomorrow as well. Thank you all. Nerds Bane, Kristen will be the last reading of the night. So we got YouTube user, we got Kristen. And then tomorrow, we're going to pick up first thing with HK and then Tiara. Thank you very much for your support. I greatly appreciate all y'all. All right. We start, by the way, at 6:15 Central. 6:15 Central. All right. Let's see it go. All right. Lachey. We just did Lachey. No, we did not do Lachey. Did we do Lachey? No, we didn't. How does Kay the Scorpio feel about me? Let's find out what is going on with Kay the Scorpio and if they're any good. If they're any good, or are they going to be bad? What do they feel about me? Hopefully we get some good cards with this. Five of Swords, Six of Cups, the Sun, and the Ten of Cups. This is somebody that definitely has strong opinions about you. They're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not exactly in that mode of they're not in that mode of consistent. They're not in that mode of consistent. They do have some strong opinions. They are sort of in there. They are sort of moving forward with stuff. The Sun and the Ten of Cups, I said in my book that the Sun and the Ten of Cups, because it has foliage, because it has greenery, the sun being nearby illuminates it and makes it better. And I think you combined with the Scorpio, they realize that you're in their life makes it better, makes it a better place, makes it something that is better off for both of you. Six of Cups says there is a level of joy, there is a level of understanding that you two both have towards each other, but the Five of Swords says it always doesn't work cleanly and always doesn't work well the first time. The Five of Swords says we are in defeatist mode sometimes, but when it's good, but when it's bad, it is interesting indeed. The Lord of Defeat being the first card is like, the first card is like, a little bit of challenge with that. But then you got the Six of Cups moving in, getting better and improving it. Overall, I think it's when it's hot, it's very hot. And I think you should take advantage of that. And that is going to be important for you overall. Very, very critical. Very, very critical and cool indeed. All right. We got Alaya is next. No, Alaya's not next. YouTube user, and then Kristen, we are out of here. YouTube user, well, In and I find each other's soulmates and move on. But Lachey, it's really clean when it works. Like when it works, it's really clean. It's really clean when it works. It's beautiful. But getting it to that point where it's consistent is the problem. Anyway, I mean, we're going to find some soulmates and move on. You're destined to be in each other's life for a very long time. I don't think this is something where either one of you are going to give up anytime soon. I think you end up rebounding into each other's arms. Strength says you do get strength from each other. You do get a very positive vibe, a positive mood from each other. Queen of Pentacles says that, hey, this is something that does give us strength. It does literally give us strength, and it gives us a good feel and good opportunity. So no, I don't think you're going to give up. I don't think there's any soulmates waiting on the sideline for either of you. I think that y'all always going to kind of be there. You're kind of going to be there. You know what I mean? Always going to be at least a backup or something like that. Anyway, the last reading of the night, again, HK. You're the first up tomorrow at 6:15. Tiara, you're right after HK. Thank you both for your very generous donations. I appreciate you. But the last reading of the night is Kristen. Kristen says, tell me anything. Tell me anything at all. Kristen, welcome to the Tarot Oracle Show. I appreciate you being here. That's what I wanted to tell you, and good night. No, I'm kidding. All right. Tell me anything. 8 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and the Tower. You love a little bit of drama, don't you? You love interesting life. You don't like it boring. You don't like sitting there watching the same show on Netflix over and over and then doing it the next night. You don't like sitting there doing boring things. You don't like boring people. You like a little bit of drama sometimes. You do. The 10 of Wands. You don't mind getting in over your head. You don't mind volunteering for somebody that is sort of, a little bit in need. The 10 of Wands says you are the first on the line to get into something that's interesting. If you see it's interesting, you definitely want to embrace and see where it goes, because curiosity is your big thing. Curiosity is where you are headed. The Tower says sometimes it does lead you into some challenging modes to where you're like, oh my, this is not something I wanted to get myself into. But the Tower says sometimes that's where you end up indeed. Now, 8 of Swords into a 3 of Wands. You're looking into 2 windows. You look at 2 opportunities, 2 people looking in, out. You're always wanting something better. You're always looking for the greener grass on the other side because you think there is something better out there. And indeed, there is. Indeed, there is something better out there. It's a matter of searching, seeking, and finding it, and sort of going forth and taking that risk. I don't think you're risk averse. Sometimes maybe. But overall, I don't think you're risk averse. You're just not. You're ready to go. You're ready to go. And I think that the grass is green on the other side. I think if you keep looking, if you keep scanning, if you keep in that mode, you are going to find what that is indeed. So keep looking. Keep looking. Do not give up. Do not close these doors. Let the door hang open. Go through it, look through it, and see what it's going to be over there, because there are some better things out there waiting you. It's a matter of you embracing it, going through and making it happen. And speaking of which, I'm making the end of tonight happen. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.